What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. Let me get this lighting situation good here. Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And I know that there's a group of people that are sick of me saying, I told you so. I know there is. But every time I say it, I'm able to go back 60, 90, 120 days and pull a video where I already talked about it, said my sources confirmed it, and then I come back and say, I told you so. Today, we're talking about the Viper and the fact that maybe there is a 6th gen Viper. Somebody had just sent this social media clip to me today, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. But before we do that, and I know you're probably wondering what this hat's about, roll that intro. So this hat, you can see it there. It's got the Contagion Athletics, that CA. Now, if you don't know who Kevin Van Voris is, he's a friend of mine out of Amarillo, Texas. He's got a bagged, I think he had the first bagged Demon 170. And I think he bagged his old Demon, his 2018 Demon as well. But he also has a dope-ass Viper. That's why I haven't wore, I think like this hat has been sitting, I wore the red one a lot. I haven't wore this one though. He has dope ass merch too, but anyway, if you're ever in Amarillo, go by and check out the gym. But anyways, I know he's going to be excited about this news, and I'm sure he's probably already seen the social media clip that I'm going to show you guys here.
Dodge Viper Gen 6 that's coming out. When Dodge called me this morning, I thought it was a joke. Anyway, they were only interested in buying the particular pallets of new blocks that still had the inspection sheets on them from the inspectors. They would not take them if they were unwrapped. They wanted them wrapped just like these are here so that they know the inspection is still good on them. It hadn't expired. Anyway, it's crazy. Within about 30 minutes, I had a wire in my account for $42,000 for these 10 pallets, and then turn around and I had a call from a driver that's picking these things up in about 2 hours from now. Anyway, I'll give you an update when the driver gets here to pick them up, but they're heading out, man. Twin turbo.
Did Dodge really buy back all of these old Viper V10 blocks from this guy's business? Is this guy just trolling for media attention? I don't know, maybe. But could be valid, especially how he explains it in part 2, which is the clip I ran for you guys here, where he says that they need the label on it or whatever for inspection purposes or whatever. Now, I've had a lot of people tell me that there's no way an SRT 10, a Viper V10 engine is going to fit in the MC20, right? In fact, myself, Butter, and OC Motivator were chatting about it in the chat this evening. And then Butter provided image I'm going to put up here is an image from a video when Doug DeMuro reviewed the MC20 on his YouTube channel. And you'll notice the engine's up there, and there's a lot of space between the back of that car and where that engine comes up. I don't know why. Like the North Carolina, from the back of that car, I don't know why that just happened. Maybe some Dale slipped out there. I don't know. But from the back of that car to that engine, there's a lot of space there. Could they make a V10 fit in the back of the MC20 or mid-engine the MC20 with a V10 from the Viper? Yes, they could. Now, I know a lot of Viper people are like, this is sacrilegious. It's supposed to be in the front. It should. I think Stellantis and Dodge are trying to build or put together a supercar that can compete with the ZR1X that just dropped. That MC20, right? I don't know if you've seen some of the numbers and some of the performance that that car puts out with a V6 Maserati engine. And if they also hybrid it, maybe, like, I don't want to say McLaren P1 it, but maybe have an electric assist similar to the Corvette E-Ray, right? So you do that with an MC20 with an SRT engine, you kind of make both things happy, right? The government stuff because of the electric crap or whatever, which I know is not in for the government right now, but you do that and you have the power of the V10 behind it. I don't know, man. That MC20 Viper design, you know, they're going to make it a Viper. It's not going to look like the MC20, but it's going to look like a Viper. Mid-engine with a V10, electric assist. Ooh. I don't know. That thing might give the ZR1X and the ZR1, D06, all that crap a run for its money. And especially if Dodge and Stellantis, which we already know, they're not going to price this thing affordable. Affordable trucks now are 50 grand. We've already had that discussion with the Hemi, right? 50,000, that's the new affordable truck. So a supercar that's supposed to be available to everybody. Now, if they continue with the plan that we spoke about before, right? They have this V10 version with the original, the last, block V10 SRT Viper engine, right? You do that in this car. Now, I also saw that was twin turbo. Look, that's why I said it. I was like, I don't think Dodge is hitting up a random shop somewhere in the country. Could they be buying back blocks that were wrapped and never used? Sure. If they were trying to get mules built, if they're building cars out of CTC, I could see Dodge doing that. They are not buying those blocks to make production cars. Now, they might make a SEMA car with one of those blocks. They may make a few test engines with those blocks at CTC. That's what I think is going to happen with those, if this is even real. Now, as I told you before, the Viper is 100% real. They are looking at building the Gen 6 Viper. That is 100% factual. I haven't been slapped down or proven wrong on a product or, hey, this is coming yet. Could I be wrong? Could Stellantis nix everything with the Viper? Maybe, but with all this other stuff that's going on, and like I said, could this just be clout chasing or let me see how many people on the internet will talk about it if I post this video. Maybe. But I'm going to butter the insider here. But what if I told you? We already know for a fact that this is already coming. So it wouldn't surprise me if a shop that deals with primarily Vipers, right, or a lot of Vipers, has a bunch of blocks and Dodge needs them to build engines for mules or test cars or see if it's feasible. Makes sense. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And like I said, go check out the homie's channel, Kevin Van Voris here on YouTube. And go support his business if you want to buy some supplements and stuff. I think he has that stuff online too. And as always, stay petty, my friends.
For the longest time. Whoa. For the longest time.
Yo, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet.